Hello, people of the future. It's Vulture Culture, and if you're here because you want to hear the Fender Chroma Polaris, there's going to be a link in the description, as well as you can probably just scroll to the little red line there and move it forward. I'll timestamp it, so the start of the actual discussion about the Chroma Polaris, which is a really cool synth. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, FD? Tonight is our 100th episode of SCUM Night on YouTube, which is incredible. And so we're gonna go down a little trip through memory lane with all of you wonderful scum, which, by the way, how the fuck are you doing tonight? We did it! 100 goddamn flucking episodes of SCUM Night here, and it's all because of you guys. I'm so grateful. Hey, how's it going, Marlon? We got Miss FD, Nikki, we got too many people, and I want to say first off, thank you guys all so much for sharing this video. I saw a lot of people sharing this on their social media. You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I get some 100s in the chat? Because we did it. 100 episodes over here on YouTube. So, thank you very much, Emily. I appreciate you. I've got some videos with you that we're going to check out. Some with Gaetano, some with Nikki, some with Ryan. Too many videos to talk about. Jackie, of course. My good old Jack Ali. Autumn, thank you for all of your support. There's so many people here. I'm not going to be able to name everybody, but I really appreciate all of you. So we're going down. Yo, it's the Romex King. We got Chad motherfucking Kane. We're going to be checking out this awesome synthesizer over here in a bit. But first, we're going to go check out, yeah, that's what I like to see. Look at all of those 100s. That's what I'm talking about. First, we're going to go check out a little bit about how we got to here. So like I said, if you want to check out the synthesizer stuff, we'll get there. But first, most importantly, let's see if the computer's handling things better now. It is not. Things are not. It's not happy. Going back to here. All right, so to all of my wonderful SCUM family out there, Daddy's got the mezcal, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for making 100 episodes of SCUM Night possible. You guys are the real rock stars. I'm just the guy lucky enough to call you guys my friends. So thank you very much. Cheers. Daddy getting bugged up tonight. So, what we're gonna start off is talking about how SCUM Night came to be. And I thought that the perfect way to discuss that actually would be to explain where the name came from. So, the year is 2016, 2017. And Prost, Vulture Mom. I saw Nicole was here also. Hello, Nicole. Vulture Cousin. Hando, PC, there's so many people here. I'm not able to get to everybody, but you guys are amazing. So, just got this house, just bought it, never owned a house before, and consumed by fear. And I'm working as a food runner at a little Italian place here in downtown Lake Worth for like 50 bucks a night. And I am terrified of not being able to make that mortgage payment. So I'm working every day of the week for 6 months straight. And finally, I was like, I've neglected everybody in my life, but I can't like hang out with just one person because I'll never get to everybody. So instead, I just made a Facebook event and I said, hey, I'm gonna be at this bar, Revelry, which is owned by our SCUM family friends, Zena and Brando. And I'm gonna be there on a Wednesday night. It was a Wednesday, and if you guys want to come out, go ahead. And like 25 people came, and I was like, holy shit. And in the Facebook invite, I said at the bottom, I said, feel free to invite people as long as they're scum. Just sort of like as a, you know, I just shit talk all day long. That's what I do. I'm just a cock shit talker. And so Steve Alexander, who is, I haven't seen in a while, but he was there, and he messaged me and goes, hey, when's the next SCUM Night gonna be? And that's what got the ball rolling all of those years ago, 5 years ago. We've been doing things called SCUM Night. Then things changed. I started working at Revelry as a bartender and started doing movie nights there, SCUM movie nights, and that was a lot of fun. I want to say that was like 2019, right before the pandemic, and it was cool. We saw some cool movies, but it was sort of just something to do every once in a while. Marlon, hello, how's it going? Cock shit, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we're all here for, it's just cock shit. And so thank you, Gaetano. And by the way, if everybody, I'm assuming all of you guys have liked the video and subscribed, but if you haven't yet, please smash that motherfucking subscribe button. So anyways, we were doing this movie night thing. It was great, loving it. And that was happening, then COVID hits. And I was like, well, you know, at the time we were all kind of worried about like, what's going to happen? You know, it was a horrific time. We're all locked. It was like the first 2 weeks. And so in the first 2 weeks, I thought it was like a once a month thing, SCUM movie night. And it happened to fall on that night. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do SCUM movie night online. I saw that you could stream public domain movies. And so that's how we got started all of those years ago, was doing SCUM movie night on Facebook. And then so I actually want to go all the way back around to one of my favorite moments from SCUM Movie Night over here on YouTube. Hello, how's everybody doing? Yes. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and check out this moment of SCUM Movie Night. I had to be selective because YouTube doesn't let you stream movies anymore. And so, Bucky, man, talk about old school SCUM. Bucky, I want to say a personal thank you to you in particular for all of your help and all of your friendship over the years. I can't wait to see you, my friend. And I just want to throw that out there. So let's check out Vampire Hookers, my favorite scene from this movie.
It's so long. This scene is clearly the point of the entire movie, was they wanted to get to this scene. Oh, the music's starting to fade out. We're gonna get, I hope we get a shot of Pavo.
Perfect. Close enough for me, honey.
Just a little bit closer.
You know, the perfect thing would be if we could have some breakfast in bed and watch the sun come up.
Perfect would be if the sun never came up and I could stay here forever.
I agree.
Stay right here. Just
That would be
like
the
this.
perfect.
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to get back to base sooner or later.
Later, honey.
Much later. Whose turn is it?
Mighty Pinto, how's
One
it
of you
going,
must
my
know where the
brother?
clothes are.
You're not going anywhere.
I'd just like to know where they are.
We like you just the way you are.
I know I'm not gonna put them on. I'd just like to know where
Whoever
they
gets there
are.
first.
Well, it must be getting very late.
We better hurry then, honey.
Oh my god.
No, this is the best.
Oh my god, I was kidding. I didn't think we were really gonna get them. Oh my god.
Just fucking spanking it right in the middle of a movie.
This is the best movie ever.
Oh my god. So that was just a little taste of SCUM Movie Night. So real quick, we can actually go all the way back to the very first SCUM Night episode on Facebook. It's still up. A lot of them got taken down or muted because of copyright. So what happened was Facebook let us stream, but then during the quarantine they got so overwhelmed that they couldn't handle all of the people streaming. So they said, hey, you can't do music stuff, can't do this, that, whatever. We ended up going to YouTube. Then YouTube changed the rules about what you could and couldn't stream as far as public domain movies. My friend Amanda Barr was on the phone with him for 2 hours, and YouTube basically said after 2 hours, like, hey, he wasn't doing anything wrong by streaming public domain movies, but we've decided there's been a policy change in the company. We don't want to take on the risk because technically things can come in and out of public domain. And so even if it's public domain now, it might not always be public domain, weird stuff like that. So anyways, yes, we could see that I did not have as much of a beard back then, which is pretty great. Yeah, so this is Nosferatu. This was the first SCUM Movie Night. We did Nosferatu and House on Haunted Hill. But of course, that movie I can't show. I'm hoping I can show just a little bit of Nosferatu here so you guys can see what was so cool about going back in time and checking out all these old movies that we used to see. Let's see here. Let me unmute this.
Orlok's getting his drink on, dude. He's fucking suck jobbing the whole town.
We watched that one too, Pinto. Cheers, guys. Fucking love you guys out there.
Oh, fuck. My fucking tits hurt. Better read the book. Deliverance is possible by no other means but then. An innocent maiden maketh the vampire heed not the first crowing of the cock. Is done by the sacrifice of her own blood.
Crowing of the cack.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Those innocent maidens in the
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Pinto. Eyebrow check. Yes, there's a lot of checking out eyebrows. This is when I discovered I was an eyebrow fetishist. There's going to be a lot of best quotes, Emily.
What's the idea here?
Yes, there used to be the cock monster.
Movie's great.
Enough about that. We started doing this, and then this is in fact the last SCUM night that we did. SCUM movie night, basically on YouTube. And I just wanted to show you guys real quick how many movies we watched all together.
That was something else, for sure. All right. Let's go look.
The beard is growing. Everybody can see. So check this out.
Too. That was fucking insane. Okay.
So these are all movies that we watched. You can see that Terror by Night, the Sherlock Holmes movie, was my overall favorite. House on Haunted Hill, Daddy, Vincent Price. Yeah, so the list, I knew that if you guys, many less since, yes. The people who've been watching SCUM Night since all the way back on Facebook, when they see this list, they're going to understand why it's so great to see all of the memories that we made, all of these movies that we watched. And honestly, somewhere around like Lady Gangster, Vampire Hookers, I would say The Ape, Driller Killer, somewhere around here and up. So all of these movies, they're not just great public domain movies. They are some of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, it's, if you haven't like screenshot this and check out all of these movies, they're free to watch. And it was such a pleasure to see so many of these incredible movies on Facebook, and then some of them on YouTube. And I think the last one I added to the list was this one, Messiah of Evil, which was really great. Something like, was it 50? Did somebody actually count them? Yeah, so it's really great to have been able to see all of these movies with you guys. So this was back in January of 2021, was right around the time where they wouldn't let us watch movies on YouTube anymore. You've seen them all, holy shit. So I just wanted to show you guys that we did a meetup. I think Marlon's right here. And you guys can see how many people actually came out to SCUM Night. This was in February of this, past year. So many of us. So much scum. And I just wanted to say how cool it was to be able to hang out with all of you guys live. It was incredible. They were like, at the venue, they were like, we need to get more bartenders on. Emily was working there at the time. Hey, how's it going, Matt? So many awesome people coming out to support. And what a movement SCUM Movie Night had become at that point. Yes, he did a tour for all of us, you know, and you know, it was a really great time, and great burlesque show. So anyways, we're going now down the road into some really important stuff with my man right here, Gaetano Contini. No discussion of SCUM Night would be complete without having a whole section dedicated to this man. Gaetano, my brother, has made SCUM Night his own community with SCUM Comedy. We started doing SCUM Comedy together at Revelry after the quarantine, but he has totally ran with it and made it a complete movement. He has taken over every venue in Lake Worth. Just couldn't be more proud of you, brother, and everything you've done, not just for our community here online on SCUM Night, but also with SCUM Comedy and your comedy prowess. It's just been really beautiful to watch you evolve and become the best version of yourself you can be. So everybody in chat, let's just give a big ass motherfucking thank you to Gaetano. I really appreciate you, brother. You are seriously the best scum uncle this family could ask for. So this is the first time someone came up to me in real life who I never met, ran up to me in Target when I was buying groceries and goes, "Hey, you did that alien debate." And I was like, "Yes, I did." And he goes, "It was fucking terrible." So here's a little taste of what the alien debate was like. So we got Ryan Shelf here and Gaetano. I'll shut up.
We're gonna make Alex wear one.
Okay, cool.
So,
yeah.
We
Stay
may or may
tuned.
not have one already off slippery.
All right, so Gaetano, take it away.
So I'd like to start with a basis for my argument.
Yeah.
Alien experience encounters through history. We have one of the earliest Josephus pre-war revelation. This is, I can't say his name.
Titus Flavius Josephus.
Yes. Described the army in the clouds prior to the start of the First Jewish-Roman War. This was in the year 66 AD, where the occurrence
We get so fucking down the weeds here. Just
But, I mean,
hours of us
it's
talking.
reasonable to think that there probably are other countries that have, I mean, like China, for instance. I mean, they've got quite a war machine going on right now. They're military. They're working on stuff. So, is it impossible that it's aliens? No. Is it impossible?
We'll just skip through some of this here.
Yeah, but I can definitely see.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, if you were to
Someone
look
whose
up-
job it is to look at metals could tell the difference. Mommy issues.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I believe it. Whoever
Okay,
Hoodie was
All right.
was.
So that was a
said-
great
I feel like-
counterpoint.
yeah,
That's a
that-
great
yeah.
counterpoint, and
And it's up to the viewers to decide
Absolutely.
what they think on that. So let's go on to another point,
Yes.
and let's really dig in on something
And by
else.
the way, we're playing by whose line is it anyways point system where the rules are made up and points don't matter. So right now, Gaetano is leading Alex 5 points to 7.
I'll take it.
5 points to 7.
I'll take it.
Yeah, Adam, I'm going to set up Discord and be able to have there be all sorts of stuff.
I'm
Future,
not
we're just
fucking
set up for
Genesis.
today. Today, we're just keeping it to the 3 guys in the room for the.
All right, so I just want to say, check out my boy Gaetano. Look at how far he's come. Sponsored by Jack fucking Daniels, just the hero of Lake Worth comedy. And this weekend coming up, it's his birthday tour, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. I'll be at this show on the 24th. And all here in Lake Worth. If you guys aren't doing anything, wish my man a happy birthday and go check it out. Thank you very much for everything you've done, Gaetano. There's so much we have to get through, so I could spend a lot of time talking about and thanking you, but we got to keep going. So, yeah. The next thing we're going to discuss is, well, actually, we should discuss this beer I'm drinking tonight. So, this is O'Fallon Brewery's Pumpkin Cream Ale, a cheesecake pumpkin cream ale here. So, every stream in September and October every year, what I've done for the past couple of years is try out a new pumpkin beer and give you guys a review. So, without further ado, let's do one more cheers to the entire SCUM family. You guys have made this all an incredible thing. I swear. Oh my god. Yes, it is a SCUM Night Greatest Hits for everybody. Good Gord Almighty. Cheers to all of you wonderful scum out there. I love you guys very much. Oh, thank God, it's finally like a decent pumpkin beer. We've had some bad luck recently. Cream cheese, not so much. But the pumpkin spice is there. Cheers, Jackie. Don't worry. I've got you coming up, girl. If there's another person who deserves a lot of love on Scum Night, it's definitely Jackie Daggers. Thank you so much for being my main motherfucker for all these years and for being my synth girlfriend and just being everything that you've been to me over the years, Jackie. I fucking love you. Oh yes, you better fucking believe we've got some video with you. I can't cover all of the people, not even everybody who's been on the channel. I'm so sorry. You know, we've got a lot, so I'll get there. But just want to say thank you guys so much, and let's move on to another big part of the thing. So we're going back to Facebook. Now this one's really cool. This is actually before Scum Night. This is a stream I did that is of my Choose Your Own Adventure. So I think pretty much all of you guys know that I write Choose Your Own Adventures. I've done 3 of them now, and we're gonna go through them all real quick. But hey, Neil, how is it going, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for your support all the years. That's a day 1 scum right there, Ghostly Neil. So great to see you. I saw you at Barrel of Monks for the 1-year monetization thing. It was great to see you with my eyes again. Thank you very much, Neil. I appreciate you. So we're gonna check out real quick here the Let's Plays we did of the first game.
So this is
Dysnomia.
Dysnomia. Like I said earlier, my first game that I ever wrote. And it is a surreal maze text adventure written and read by me, Alex Dallians.
Nice dick
Thousands of
monster back
stars
there.
bestrewn upon the unending black expanse come into focus as you blink your bleary eyes. You can touch the cold stone floor beneath your hands as you stand up and look around. It is quiet. You can make out a faint rumble in the distance. You are in a narrow hallway carved out of dark granite that leads off to your left and right. You sense a weight in your coat pocket and pull out a silver compass and a note scribbled in ink on yellowed parchment paper. You may wish to draw a map to help you find your way back home. So
Hey,
we're going to start by
speaking
walking
of Jackie,
west.
she's right there.
A dark lynchwood canvases the walls here. Before you stands a massive gateway, 2 granite slabs closed, barring your progress south. The weathered rock has intricate designs etched into it. You walk west. An ochre moss covered the ground here. The hallway terminates in a dead end. There's an immense pearl laying on the ground.
So I'm gonna put a link in the description here. I believe it is, I'm trying to think of what's the quickest way for me to find it. I think if I go to my channel, is it there? Can I find it real quick? In the about section? No, I do not have it there. So in my link tree, wherever that is, oh, it should be in the description of this video actually, of this live stream. You should see my link tree that's in the description of this video under other links, and it has the links to all of the text adventures if you want to play them yourself. They're a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Autumn. I spent a lot of time on all of the music for all 3 of the games. So moving along, we're going to move to She Cried Against Strangling Hands with my boy, Mighty Pinto, aka One-Eyed Freakbot over on Twitch. Let's go ahead and drop that link in the chat. So if you guys haven't yet, let me make sure it's the right link. I think I'm spelling it right. Boom. Double check me, Pinto. But I just want to say a huge thank you. So what was so great about meeting Pinto is the first time I met someone IRL from YouTube, and he's gone on to be a great friend and very supportive of this channel and a great streamer. Actually, you should follow him because he's awesome. But honestly, my favorite streamer to check out whenever he's on, Jackie Daggers too. We should all follow her. I know I'm forgetting some people, but especially those 2 worth following over on Twitch for the nights I'm not streaming. But Pinto did the most incredible renditions of these games. Thank you very much for posting the links, everybody. Yes, his streams are great, and the Choose Your Own Adventures, like, he's got this great, like, Edgar Allan Poe-esque voice. They were really great, and So, yes, you've got to, Emily. Don't worry, I've got videos for you too, Emily. We're coming up to you. But so I wanted to highlight real quick this fun stream with Pinto doing...
We've already explored the gas station, so there's no place left to go but forward.
Reading the game, She Cried Against Strangling Hands.
Oh, music shifted again.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound like everything is okay music. Continue down the path. You walk for a time, the forest becoming more claustrophobic until you step in something gelatinous. Cold liquid splashes onto your jeans. The canopy parts above you, a sliver of starlight allowing your eyes to focus on a gray hand. Your breath catches and you stumble backwards. Your boot makes a sucking sound as you pull it out of the corpse. Oh, this is delightful. The body is missing its head, neck, left shoulder, and arm, flaps of skin hanging over the puddle of gore spilt out of the torso. Against your revulsion, you lean in closer to see deep puncture marks across the back in a procession suggestive of a bite from a massive jaw. The path ends. Tiffany, every time I go to Harry's, it's definitely a choose-your-own-adventure. I always choose the wrong option. Alright, well, let's see if this guy's got any goodies on him. You find a backpack nearby and dig through it, pulling out a cell phone and some AA batteries. The cell phone turns insubstantial in your hand, dissolving into a bluish mist, and then reforms into a small ringing bell. Its chiming echoes around you into the distance, and then the bell dissipates into nothing. You sling the backpack over your shoulder. Great. So now whatever's lurking in these woods is now alerted to my presence.
Yes.
Well, nothing else to do but go back.
All right, so we'll stop there real quick. Just want to give you guys a taste of what the Choose Your Own Adventures are like so we can keep moving on. But yes, thank you for everybody dropping that in the chat. Like I said, the link is in the description. If you go to other links, it'll pull up my link tree, and the Choose Your Own Adventures are there. Please play them. I put an incredible, like, years of work into each one of them. And so it's really great. My favorite thing in the world is to experience other people playing these games, because when you put so much passion into something, it's just the most gratifying experience to see someone else play them and to enjoy them. And Mighty Pinto, just want to say a huge thank you to you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I love your streams, and I really appreciate your support. I don't know if it's been a year or two, how long it's been, but thank you very much, my friend, and thank you for doing these. I can't wait for there to be more Choose Your Own Adventures, which I'm working on right now, for us all to play on this stream together. So that's something to look forward to, hopefully sooner than later. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, moving right along, we're going to move to another bitch who's very important to the stream. My girl, my love of my life, Nikki Null. Thank you so much for everything you've done over the years, Nikki. Let me actually do something smart for a change. So we're gonna fucking do some things. Hey, Dubstation Zero, thank you very much. I think that's a super chat. I think that's the first super chat ever. So for those of you guys who don't know, we've actually recently crossed like a monetization threshold where we can see super chats on stream. So what that is you guys can pay a little bit more to, well, I don't know what to do about this. Fuck. I thought I had this figured out, but just like everything else, it all kind of falls apart in the process. So anyways, oh, was the message not good? It says deleted by Jackie, so I don't know what it said. Unfortunately, let me check over on YouTube here. Yeah, I don't know. The Queen of Not Dying. Yes, the something not smart is the thing. So let's center this vertically. Boom. All right. So Nikki Null is a treasure that none of us deserve. Oh my God, I'm so glad you came into the library that one night and then you came back because you wanted to bang me, but instead fell in love with Ryan Shelf. Fucking amazing. and you have been just, I've never met someone who doesn't love you with all their heart immediately. You are such a precious soul who needs to be protected at all costs. And everybody here at the SCUM family, we all love you more than anybody loves me. We love you. And I just want to say a cheers to Nikki and Ryan, but especially Nikki and especially Ryan. I love you guys so much. Oh my God, Jackie, was that an accident deleting that message? Dubstation Zero, go ahead and re-message us. What's up? No, that wasn't spam. That was someone paying money. Oh, thank you very much, Dub. I appreciate you commenting. Cheers to Nikki Null, to Ryan Shelf, and to Jackie Daggers for deleting Dubstation Zero's message. What an incredible thing. So, moving right along, we're gonna move to the proudest moment I've ever had on this channel. One of the most, if not the defining moment for me of doing this entire endeavor of Scum Night is coming up. Immediately stabbed by Jackie. So fucking good. And so the most important thing, so I've done these 3 Choose Your Own Adventures, and Ryan Shelf came up with the idea of us actually coming up with a fake Choose Your Own Adventure. So the music that's playing right now, just coincidentally on my like loop of songs, I wrote for this Choose Your Own Adventure to make it sound authentic. We had like, I think I had a week to get everything put together between the story and the music and everything. So we actually had this music going as the background music for this Choose Your Own Adventure. So Ryan wrote it, I didn't write it, but we made it, we pretended as though I had written it and I was having Nikki on to play the next game in the series. And then this incredible thing happened. Out of the darkness, coming seemingly from nowhere and everywhere all at once, booms a loud voice.
I apologize for the intrusion on this one.
Let me grab that real quick here. This was easily Ryan's greatest moment.
This is very dark.
Yeah. We had hidden a camera. You can see that the synths have been multiplying.
Yes, 5 minutes, what has it been?
Look at the fear.
Been a few minutes, right?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Yeah, here we go.
So, Nikki of the Valkyr, you have constantly shown yourself to be one of the most strong, courageous, amazing people in my life.
You're not.
I've done it a couple weeks ago, but your friends wanted it on videotape. I am so happy for every moment I've spent with you, and so lucky for every single moment I've done so far. I want every moment with you further. Nikki of the Valkyr, will you marry me?
Oh my God, it gets me every time.
Love.
I hate you so much. You're such an asshole.
I apologize.
You too.
It's all my fault.
Fuck all of you guys.
Plus 87%.
Yeah, so that was just a really incredible moment and a privilege to be able to have hosted Ryan asking you to be his wife. Nikki, what an incredible thing. It gets me every time I watch that video. It's such a beautiful thing, and really was the first time it had really snapped into vivid focus for me. What an incredible thing Scum Night has been for me personally. I know this is your moment, Nikki, but let's talk about me, okay? Like, to be able to be part of something as incredible as this, and the community that we've forged, the friendships, just everything. I never would have guessed that something as stupid as me being like, I'm gonna live stream a fucking movie on Facebook would turn into this. And it really was just, it's still like my heart's fluttering right now just watching this again. What an incredible thing it was. We really can't see shit. I was trying to get the camera, but it's so blown out because of the lighting and everything in this room. Hey, Tiffany, welcome to the stream. Just, I love you too. It's such an incredible community and love that we've got between all of us. And also, it was so hard to get back behind the synths back then. We've rearranged in here, but it was tough, so I really appreciate that. Look at that beautiful bastard. Ryan Shelf is also a treasure. Thank you so much for being such a great brother, Ryan. It's been such a treasure. So now we're moving on to our friend Emily, the most gorgeous bitch. So that is not going to work. Where was your screen name? I saw you posted it. Here we go. Aluminum Monster. Let's go ahead and get this in here in the chat. So this should be your Twitch link. Did I yeah, hey Joel, I totally fucking missed Joel was here. How's it going? He is very bald in this stream. So that should be Emily's Twitch, so go ahead and follow her too. Let's get her a nice little boost of followers right now. Emily is real perfect scum in the sense that she is both gorgeous and her mouth is ugly. So let's go ahead and check out some of our favorite stream moments from this bitch. Just incredible.
Is Zach a Viking?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Brandon a Viking?
I wouldn't be surprised with that either. I feel like that whole fucking room, except for the females, are Vikings in some capacity.
No, Nikki's definitely 100% Nordic.
Is she really?
No, she's half black.
I know that. Wait, are you saying that black people can't be Nordic?
Yes.
Wait, they can't?
Well, no, they can. But
Getting canceled.
Now,
like,
yeah, of course,
minute.
now they can.
Wait a minute.
You know, oh god, I'm getting canceled. I just meant like ancestrally. Nikki cannot be 100% from Norway.
I know.
They're the whitest fucking people.
I was trolling you so fucking hard, but then I got scared. Oh god. All right.
Oh my god. And here's another great one. This was an incredible moment where Emily, we were doing a stream together, and then she slipped away to the bathroom and came back cosplaying me. And it is the most incredible rendition of me I've ever seen, including the gray of my beard that she spray painted into her fake beard.
I can't even. It's me.
What's up?
I can't believe you spray painted the white in the center of my beard.
My name is Alex, and I fuck bitches. And on top of that, all the ladies love me. I like wearing eyeliner to make myself look a little bit more mysterious, and I'm a dive bartender. On top of that, I love my cat, Mako, a lot. I like being private and mysterious for the ladies. I deny as a man. I don't fuck any of you. And I almost have the same size of his nose, so like it looks really good sideways.
What really does have a similar nose. Who's the real Alex Dalliance? Oh my
I'm
god.
too nice to everybody at Harry's Banana Farm. I'm the only person that can't say no unless I really have to.
Called the fuck out. It was such a fun moment on the stream. And I just want to say, Emily, thank you for being my friend all of these years. You're always someone I look up to when it comes to being a badass. And so it's been really great to have you. And you absolutely have what it takes to be much more successful than I will ever be on the internet. So you should definitely pursue Twitch for sure. Aquatic, welcome to the stream. I don't fuck any of you is the best quote of all Scum Night. So I want to go back. This is also another really great thing that happened with Scum Night at the beginning of the quarantine. I wrote and recorded basically an entire album in a week and did a live show because we all thought that like things might be opening back up after those 2 weeks. Remember they said it was going to be 2 weeks we're closed and then open right back up? It's kind of funny how that didn't happen, but so I just want to cover a little bit about what's happened as far as music because, you know, I focused on the movies, some video games, and now we're focused mostly on stuff like synthesizers, which is great. Love synthesizers, but I do make music. We're listening to the music that I make right now. I'm on Spotify and everything, Apple Music and all that. And so I want to just go over a couple of things. So this is, you can see, there is not one hardware synth in the room when I recorded this a couple years ago. Just a MIDI controller and Omnisphere, and we can check out what I was up to back then. This live stream. Yeah. Oh yeah, that box. Love you, Emily. No nice camera, it's just a webcam.
You've been tearing at the seams day by day. The shadow in our hearts came over you. The death you surely crave, I crave it.
Yeah, so we could keep listening to that all night, but Dub Station Zero, that's a great idea. I've always wanted to sample Omnisphere into Mirage, especially the Luminosonic light bulbs patch. I've always thought I'd love to know how that sounds through the Mirage. Yes, lighters in the air, everybody. Thank you very much, Dub. Yeah, so it was really great, and again, this was like me figuring out, you know, this is the first few weeks of ever live streaming, trying to figure out like what the formula would be, how to present myself, what is entertaining, like what's going on. Kalina, oh my god, you came right at the right moment, so we're going way back in time. And you've been here since the beginning, since on Facebook and everything, so Kalina, thank you so much for being a part of the SCUM family. We all love you, and yeah, big shout outs to you for being here. Okay, so yeah, it's on Bandcamp. What is it? Voltcult.bandcamp.com, I think. That should link to it. Someone check that for me, maybe. If you want to buy my music. I also have a lot of unreleased tracks on my Bandcamp. If you sign up for $3 a month, get all that music. It's cool. All the background music I make for my YouTube videos. So moving right along, you can see I'm getting real emotional here. So the next person to shout out, now I could do a whole stream just appreciating Jackie Daggers. Absolutely. Because you've been my best friend for, I don't even know how long, and my musical, the closest thing I've ever had to a muse, just an incredible human being to boot. To use the Canadian phrase. And so we were in a band 2008, 2009. For lack of a better phrase, it was like a drum and bass breaks electronic group. And we actually played the very first Sunset Music Festival, which has now gone on to become much, much more amazing than it was. I don't know if you want to tell a little bit more of the story in the chat, Jackie. But it was like crazy. There was like, it was in West Miami, so there's like, it was like basically a farm or something, because there was like donkeys walking around in the middle of the music festival. And we played on the same stage with AK-1200 from Planet of the Drums, Diesel Boys group. If you guys are into drum and bass, that was who we played with, which was really great. And who else we played with? We played with a bunch of people. And so during somewhere along the quarantine, we got the idea that, hey, you know, we found the files from that show, and we were like, wait, we could still do that show. Like, Jackie remembered how to play all the keyboard parts. I remembered most of the lyrics, fucked a couple of them up. And so we actually, 11 years later, played together for the first time as the Killing Horizon on SCUM Night. So it was a really cool moment. It was a nightmare. And yeah, it is just such a pleasure. The most dangerous place to party in Miami. That is awesome. I did not remember that fact. I know you still got like the VIP badges, or not VIP, but like when you work at a fucking show. I don't fucking know. So we're gonna listen to just yo.
She was into some pretty kinky shit.
Holy shit! Anonymous with the $100 donation. Oh my god, that is insane. Whoever you are out there, thank you very much. That is incredibly generous. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it's so cool. And to be honest, if the biggest thing, I've said this so many times, I'll say it again. I'm so grateful to have you guys. It has been, if anybody has had a great time with SCUM Night, it's me. And it's because of you guys out there. I'm just lucky to be the one here getting to talk about synthesizers or whatever. Wow. Yeah, let's get some 100s in the chat real quick. They deserve it. What an incredible donation. Thank you guys so much. You guys don't need to donate that much. $1 is fine. $6.66 is great. When you guys donate, it's all appreciated. I try not to bombard you guys with it, but that's pretty incredible. Yes, there's a lot. Most of Florida is sketchy aquatic. Thank you guys very much. That whoever you were out there, thank you. That's incredible. Yeah, it's so great. And the comment says you've brought us all together, and it's a pleasure to be able to be with you guys. You can see I'm really rocking out here. So without further ado, let's check out a little bit of the Killing Horizon show. So this is all live with my girl Jackie.
The overdrive, the way it sets me free. The nightlife and the violent technology. You are afraid behind those mirror shades. So give me control and I will show you how to play. The overdrive, the way it sets me free. The nightlife and the violent technology. You are afraid behind those mirror shades. So give me control and I will show you how to play. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk.
Holy shit, Jackie.
Cyberpunk.
Oh god, you guys.
That's my worldwide thought. The violence acts what you want. Yeah, it's how you move, how you played. Yeah, it's how you back, how you played. Yeah, it's how I want what I thought.
Me fucking up the lyrics.
The violence acts what you want. Yeah, it's how you move, how you played. Yeah, it's how you back, how you played. Cyberpunk.
So yeah, oh my god, Jackie. What the hell? I love you so much, Jackie. You didn't have to do that. Jackie's comment says, "You're the love of my life, don't tell Nico, and I wouldn't be the person I am without you." I can't tell you how much you mean to me. I feel the exact same way about you, Jackie. Thank you very much. That's incredibly generous of you. You guys are too much. Please, you guys do not have to donate that much. 100 episodes, anything is fine. You guys are gonna make me cry. Holy shit. Dev Kurt, welcome to the stream. very dark. Lots of screaming back in the day. Most of my music now is much more sad boy, but back then, a lot of aggression and a lot of horniness. Oh my God. Thank you very much, Jackie. That is so sweet. Aquatic Borealis just with the super chat. $28. Keep it sketchy. Oh my God, Aquatic, thank you so much. One thing, I actually want to take a second and talk about Aquatic here real quick. That's another incredible thing about SCUM Night is that we are able to... Hey, we're live. I did this video recently covering the SQ80, and during the stream, we were making some sounds, and Aquatic Borealis was there, and said, hey, I'm playing with the software right now, you should do a comparison video. And it's things like that. You guys don't realize... Yeah, don't stab Aquatic Borealis. You guys... So, I ended up reaching out to a good friend of mine, Grow, who got Jackie and I started back in like 2008, 2009, making electronic music. And he had the software, and so we took the patches that I made on stream and sent them over to him, which could load into the SQ80V software from Arturia. We did this shootout video. And I never would have done that if it wasn't for you, Aquatic. So you're relatively new to the stream, and thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. I mean, like, you've really changed things. This video is doing great right now. It's like the second out of the 10 most recent uploads I've done. It's second as far as how many views it's gotten in the time that it's been on YouTube. So a huge thank you to you, Aquatic. Just want to say that real quick. This is like modern SCUM stuff, and you know, we'll go back to some of the old stuff, but I just want to say a huge thank you, Aquatic Borealis. Glad you liked it. That's the most important thing, is that you found it up to par. So anyways, that was that. We did a live version of that album that I recorded at the beginning of quarantine, finished the album off, and then actually did it again live here on SCUM Night. So we're gonna hit that real quick, just so you can hear kind of the final versions of this. Lots of eyeliner.
And if I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyway? I've been waiting for a glimpse of sunlight, but it's rained every day. And if I'm only better when I'm drugged, who am I anyway? Swallow my pride and cry for help. Worthless shell, why do I hurt myself? I am my own nemesis. I just want the pain to end. I've been waiting for a glimpse of sunlight, but it's rained every day. And if I'm only better,
look at those tits. Perfect timing, Orlando. Hello. Got some tubes on that guy. So, whole show, if you go to the YouTube channel, it's there. I play all this for you guys, but we got to keep going. So, when I was putting together everything I wanted to talk about, one of the biggest things I wanted to talk about is the incredible pleasure of getting to work with Miss FD over the years. So I think it was 2016 was the first time we really, well, technically I think it was back in like 2014, I tried to do a cover, or I'm sorry, a remix of a song called Down in the Dungeon. And I just wasn't ever happy with it. I remember going through it and being like, it's just not good enough. And, you know, and so I let it go. I just said, hey, look, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this thing done. It's just not coming together. And Miss FD was incredibly gracious and gave me a second shot in 2016 to do a remix of her song Wild Ride with Cyavia. And that sort of jump-started a musical collaboration between us that's gone on over the years, and we've done a lot of really great music. I really wanted to check it out on stream tonight, but the problem is that if I stream it now, the YouTube copyright algorithm will think I'm stealing it, even though I made it, because it went through Quantum Release Records. Is that what it's called? I'm so sorry if I butchered that, FD. But anyways, I wanted to just real quick, maybe I can find it real quick, just the video. If I search Miss FD, we'll see what comes up first. Our friend Orlando has done the videos for us since the beginning. Come on now. There's one of them. Where, did I scroll past it? No, here we go. I'll just show you the video. I can't play the audio, but Orlando is the most incredible visual graphics artist. Man, you can see how little beard I had back then. That's crazy. It wasn't that long ago, 2019. So I just want to say a huge thank you to you, Orlando, because you do incredible work. I wish I could be playing the song right now, but like I said, the stream will get shut down. And just, this is still the most popular song on Spotify for me. So I just want to say a huge thank you to Miss FD as well. It's been such a pleasure being your friend, as well as a great collaborator to always work with. I'm always excited to hear what new music you come out with. I don't know what the best way it is for people to follow you, if it's your Bandcamp maybe, or your Instagram. I don't know if you'd be so kind as to drop that in the chat right now so everybody can go follow you with whatever's the best way to keep up with you, FD. That would be great, because we've got a lot of scum here, and it would be great if everybody always keeps up with what you're doing. You're not just a good friend, you're honestly like, when you put out the record Comfort for the Desolate, that record changed my life. And then I never would have thought that the following record you put out, that I would get to actually be on that record for the song Delirium that you featured me on. Such a fucking, I have just no words to express the gratitude I feel to you, and your constant generosity. And it's always a pleasure working with you. So thank you very much. Yeah, Bandcamp right there. Go ahead and buy our music. Really, FD is just an incredible artist and someone that I'm proud to call my friend. And I look forward to every new song I get to hear by you. And every time we get to work together, it's a treat. So thank you very much for that. Moving on, I got to keep moving. I could spend all day just talking about Miss FD and the music we've done and Orlando's incredible art. We're going to talk a bit about making music live on this stream. So this is a really, for me, maybe next to when Ryan proposed to Nikki, a highlight for me. Where, well, wait, I'm going to shut up for a second. Let you guys just hear this. It's important. Is this making music live on the internet? I could just fix it in post. Oh my god. Yeah, we got a lot of style. Yes, there should always be some frustrated yells in there. Fuck! Yeah, so this was me recording these parts live. So one of the biggest problems I've had with actually doing music live on YouTube is, for this song that I created, we recorded the entire thing live. So we'll move forward here. Just fucking up like there. I guess I was fucking up there. Oh my god. It's so good. I'm going to go through and edit this MIDI a little bit more than the other ones too, by the way, because checking out. So what this idea was, could I do a song with just the sounds from Omnisphere's new sonic extension Undercurrent, which is incredible. You can hear these sounds are so cool.
That one could work.
And I wanted to know if it was possible for us to do a
how
song.
the scenes are just as full of variety as the different patches.
Moving on to the ARPs here.
I had a
lot of fun to mess with this. And I don't know if you guys can see, but, you know, Jackie and Miss FD are in the chat here. You guys can see here that Miss FD, you guys are helping me compose the song
maybe
live.
halftime up with just a different pattern might be the answer to the puzzle.
So we're putting this thing together. And
where did it go?
What was so cool about it is that I had secretly recorded vocals for this ahead of time. So let's go hit that real quick. It was one of my favorite moments.
Let's see what happens.
Because all of the music, I really had not recorded anything before the stream other than the vocals.
Thank you, Derek.
So what you're hearing right now was recorded
Shout out to
entirely
you
on
guys
the
for
stream.
hanging out with me tonight.
No sequencer.
You lead the way, and I follow. The night withdraws.
I'm gonna turn the vocals up a bit.
Coming dawn.
Vocals sound loud enough to me, Alex of the past.
My shadow will stay behind when I am dead and gone. I am done, but not afraid. When I'm gone, don't let it slip away. Slip away.
Absolutely, Jeff. Thank you guys, I appreciate you so much.
I come upon the sacred gate.
I still do appreciate you guys so much.
Across the ridge, and I see
There's one
nothing
seriously
fail.
Anonymous with the $20 donation, thank you. There are currently 3 Alexes on stream.
I have to go, or I know my strength will fail. I am done, but not afraid. When I'm gone, don't let it slip away. I am done, but not afraid. When I'm gone, don't let it slip away. Slip away.
All right, so this next part that I want to talk about here,
just a little bit more here.
is look at this synthesizer. Well, fucking shit, Alex. So,
The classic sneak attack. Thank you, PT.
so real quick here, I want to point out a couple of things. Let's find, so Roland JD800, most expensive synth I own, considered to be one of the greatest synthesizers of all time. Hey, Andy, how's it going? It's my scum brother, Andy. It's Alexception, 3 Alexes, 3 times the sex appeal. How are you doing, Andy? Miss you, my brother. Fucking awesome that you're here. I was hoping you'd be able to make it. Really appreciate you. You have been such a supportive friend for decades now. And a total treasure. Love you to death. So, Roland JD800. I want to point out a couple of others that are in the room. JP8000 that I'm pointing at, the 800, the D50 being the most famous one that Eric Persing worked on, the JX8P, what else? The Alpha Juno. I think that's all of the ones I have in this room, but all of the Roland synths. Eric Persing is a total hero of mine. And so after we did the Sonic Extension videos in the live stream, there's this incredible moment on a Spectrasonics live stream here, after the extensions came out, the day after they released.
And I'll give you another hint. This person is also not only a legendary electronic artist, but it's also a big fan of Omnisphere and is one of our customers too, and one of my biggest heroes. So, see if you can figure it out, and whoever figures it out gets all 4 Sonic extensions. So that's pretty cool. Hey, shout out to Vulture Culture. Fantastic, did some incredible reviews on YouTube already, and totally amazing. And Jason.
So I got a shout out on the live stream there. And just that for me personally, so, you know, top 3 moments might be the Undercurrent stream with my shadow, the sneak attack with that. The number 1 moment would be Nikki and Ryan getting proposed to, or, well, only Nikki was proposed to, but you guys know what I mean, engaged on the stream. And that moment of Eric Persing actually, you know, knowing who I am is pretty crazy. And I actually heard from the Spectrasonics team after the last stream, the Vangelis stream, that they were all watching that. So that's pretty crazy. And again, just, you know, Eric Persing has been making the most famous synthesizers in the world since the 80s. So it's a really crazy moment. Yes, from Hugh Jackman. Just an incredibly gratifying thing that I never would have thought was possible. And so I want to take a second and say we've also done some charity streams. We did one for the George Floyd Memorial after George Floyd was murdered horribly back in 2020, and you guys raised over $1,000 for that. And they were, yes, Jackie. And then recently we did a stream for our friend Igor Luce from the Ukraine, and you guys raised a lot of money for his family as they fled. Envelope for the amplifier and for the filter from that war-torn country. We can get this sort of thing. We can make it even slower and more interesting and bring the sustain all the way down so it really... So we did this stream checking out Igor's sounds. Just incredible. I hope you get to see this stream too, Igor. If you're not here right now, it's like, I don't know, 5 in the morning over in then maybe 6 in the morning. Something. We can turn the delay where he's at right now. So we're just Travis, welcome to the stream. Now. Welcome to the stream, Travis. We're just checking out some stuff from over the years. Beautiful sounds. Appreciate everybody, man. And you guys raised a whole lot of money for our SCUM family member in the Ukraine. His family had to flee because of the horrible war in that country. Many Alexes. We've now had 3 on the screen at the same time. Welcome to the stream, Tom. And we'll get into the Chroma Polaris in a second. You guys have been very gracious with giving me time to talk about how wonderful this YouTube community has been for me and for so many others. I don't know. I feel like that covers quite a lot of stereo field as well as... So I just want to give you guys a little taste of that. If you haven't, you guys can look. I'll drop this link right now in the chat. Boom. It was a lot of fun. I know some of us are relatively new to the stream, maybe the past 6 months to a year. There's people who've been doing this for over 2 years following SCUM Night. And, you know, for everybody young and old to the stream, I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me. It's been a really great treasure. This is Jackie Daggers playing the piano in this song, by the way. And yeah, just, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to sum up what this has meant to me to have this community. You know, I was a professional DJ for 10 years, and for a lot of that time, I thought that I was going to the top. I really was constantly progressing, moving up. And then, I was 17 years old when I first went to Fetish Factory and was like, this is the club I want to DJ. It took me, 8 years to get there, grinding as many gigs as I could do till I finally played my first Fetish Factory show and then became the resident DJ for 5 years. And that was a dream come true back then. But there really was a hollowness to that. I've always said that being a DJ is a lot like being the world's, like if you're the world's greatest DJ, you're a lot like being the world's greatest Guitar Hero player. It's like there's thousands of people who are competing against you to take away that coveted mantle that you have, but you are not Jimi Hendrix. And so I made a very hard decision at the time to say, hey, I'm going to stop DJing altogether, because as long as I'm DJing, people aren't going to be listening to Vulture Culture. They're not going to be taking the music side of it, the synthesizer side of it, seriously. They just want me to show up and, DJ in front of thousands of people. And it was great when I did it, but I decided to make the hard choice and say, hey, you know what? Sometimes you get your dream only to figure out that it's not exactly what you wanted. And I was very young in Miami. And I decided, yeah, I bet you do, Emily. No offense. And I decided that the thing was to really chase the real dream. What I really cared about was music and synthesis and being able to have a community of people. And that's what we have now. And it's because of you guys, not because of me. It's because of this incredible community of people who's lifted this movement up. And so yes, I'm probably going to say thank you too many times this stream, but I have to say thank you to each and every one of you who's made this dream come true for me. I'm also aware of the fact that I talk with my hands a lot because I'm seeing it in the video. I'm talking with my hands, and I'm also like talking with my hands here. You guys inspire me and have made it possible for me to have an incredible dream come true every Wednesday night at 9. So hit that motherfucking like button, subscribe to the channel. I think that's enough about that. We should go ahead and move along to the Polaris over here. So I'm gonna jump over to this camera. You can see we've got the SCUM Alien, and I'm gonna swap microphones so we can actually start messing around with this Chroma Polaris. Let me go ahead and pull the chat up on my stream. Hopefully it's working. And yeah, let's swap microphones here real quick. And yay, Gaetano! Gaetano, thank you so much for the super chat. So now we've moved over to this camera and this microphone. Hopefully it's not too different. This is the Fender Chroma Polaris. So if you're just coming to the stream from the future, this probably is where you're picking up. Thank you very much, Gaetano, for your many donations. I really appreciate it, brother. You are such a treat. I messed this microphone up. You know, we haven't had any real good problems with the stream yet. So let me see. Can someone drop something in the chat real quick just to make sure that I'm actually seeing it? Maybe my YouTube app is frozen. How's everybody doing tonight? Can we get some hundreds in the chat? before our 100th episode of Scum Night. It's been such an incredible moment. It looks like my chat is not working on my phone, so let me just reload the app and make sure that we've got this. I have to watch an ad on my own channel. Yeah, it had to refresh. Thank you guys so much for all of those 100s. Jesus Christ. Couldn't ask for more from the friends. Thank you guys for 100 streams. Yo, how's it going? Brando, my good friend. We were just talking about Revelry. So, Brando, owner of Revelry, along with our good friend Xena, and just an incredible friend. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It means a lot to me. I've been working with Xena at Fetish Factory since 2012. But I didn't know Brando back then, and you, my friend, have given not just myself a job, but also an incredible community of people, a place to call home. So thank you very much, Brando, for creating Revelry. I cannot wait for it to reopen down in Pompano. We're all excited for that moment to come. And thank you. Everybody is so excited that you're here, Brando. And you are an incredible human being. Thank you so much for your kindness to me personally and your just, incredible spirit that you've got. So let's play some more synth stuff. So, what are we actually fucking listening to? Yeah, Revelry, hopefully I'm not saying too much, will be open in Pompano, hopefully very soon. I love you too, Brando. I love all of you guys so much. Man, Xena does like sour beer, Mom. Yes, we're definitely doing that. We all appreciate you. So what is the Fender Chroma Polaris? Back here on the plate, you can see that it says Fender. You guys can't see, but right here I'm touching a metal plate that says Fender. This is the only synthesizer that Fender ever made from 1984. And it's a really interesting story. So without going through too much, let's hear a couple of sounds and I'll tell you a bit more about it. This sounds really loud. Really an incredible thing. So in the 70s, there was a synthesizer company called Moog, and there was a synthesizer company called ARP. that stood for Alan Robert Perlman. And those were both American companies, and they were the top of the game for synthesizers. Bob Moog in particular probably contributed more to the culture of synthesizers and the way that synthesizers are made than anybody else in history. And if you guys haven't seen Wendy Carlisle explaining how synthesis works, it's a great video from the BBC explaining synthesis with a giant Moog modular on a wall. That was before it was obvious to anybody that that synthesizers should even have keyboards. It wasn't obvious because you could have synthesizers work a bunch of different ways, which is a really unique piece of history. So in the 70s, ARP created a bunch of really cool synths, probably the 2600, which was, if not the first, definitely the biggest commercial semi-modular synth, which means that instead of everything being hardwired, you could actually plug in different cables to move different components around in the synthesizer. And they also came up with the Odyssey. Now, I actually had an Odyssey in the studio for one day. I bought one, and unfortunately it was fucked up, and so the seller was kind enough to take it back. But when I had it in the studio, even though it was fucked up, I was like, wow, there's something about this that's completely different than everything else I've had. And so I always was like, well, one day I'll maybe get an Odyssey, but they are one of those legendary 10 synthesizers that cost way more than God. So yeah, let me see. Let's see. And where Zach from Alamo Music used it, and it was dark and odd sounding. So Zach does not like this synthesizer, and I think that, so I have publicly defended Zach before in stuff. I think Zach's a really great guy. I just don't think he, gelled with this synthesizer, but I think that this synth is an incredible sounding synth. And yes, it is a very rare synth. Doc, welcome to the stream. How's it going, buddy? And so let's hear some more shit. This one's cool. Up here, it's, whatever. It's fine. But let's go downstairs. So, the reason Zach didn't like this synth is because of the filter. This filter is very interesting. Let's try this again with a little bit of resonance. To me, that is the coolest filter I have in this room. So, the story goes that ARP in 1981 had essentially, the 2600 was great, but it wasn't great for touring musicians because it's giant, hard to move around. And so they came out with the ARP Odyssey, which was like a hardwired, simplified version of the 2600. And it was called by, I believe, Gary Newman, the first punk synthesizer. I think it's not Gary Newman. I think it's somebody else who said that. But that was true because it had a ring modulator built in, which just is a way to get these clangorous metallic tones that really hadn't been heard in a synthesizer. There's also duophonic, which means you could play two notes at the same time. And so what's going on in the world of synthesis in the early 80s is Yamaha comes out with digital synthesis. But by that point, ARP had already gone bankrupt in 1981. Their last-ditch effort, they had made what are called polyphonic synthesizers, like the Quadra and things like that. But a lot of 70s synthesizers couldn't actually be polyphonic, which means you could play multiple notes at the same time. What they were divide down synthesis. So it's still one oscillator, but divided across an entire octave, which allowed every note of the synth to be played, but it only had one filter, one envelope. So what that means is that if we were to add some envelope depth to this and try to create like a pluck sound real quick, if I was to play one chord, right, it would sound like that, whether it's polyphonic or not. But if I play notes apart from each other with one of those older synths, what would happen is you wouldn't actually hear, the filter would re-trigger on every note instead of each note being independent. So each time I play a note, you're not hearing any of the other notes. Whereas if it was paraphonic, you would hear the ring out of those other notes. So ARP had never actually put out a truly polyphonic synth, and they were working on it with an ARP, with a synth called the Chroma. And so ARP was bought by CBS Music in 1981, and then Rhodes either bought that or was a partner with CBS Music. It's hard to know. The legends are very deep with the synthesizer. It's a very rare, special synth. And they came out with the Rhodes Chroma, which was a really great synth. It was like integrated with an Apple computer, so it was one of the first synths to ever do that. And way ahead of VSTs, way ahead of MIDI even. So this synthesizer was after Fender bought the rights to ARP, and took the idea of the Chroma and scaled it down. So the designer of this synth and the Chroma was Paul DiRocco, and he was on the original ARP team, and he made this synth as well. I'm glad your cats are enjoying the synth sounds. Bucky, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate you, sir. What an incredible friend you've been to me over the years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They really are brutal synths, Machina. Yes. Yes, of course, Jackie. You are a bad Tran. Yes, sorry. I just want to hit some of these notes here. I'll play some more and then we'll get back into some of that, you know. Wow, that's incredible. That's very vocal sounding. That's very impressive for an analog synth to be able to make something that beautiful sounding, something that vocal sounding. So this is all analog. So it was actually marketed. I looked today at someone had photocopied the piece of paper typed out on a typewriter that Fender sent to sales reps at music stores to try to help sell this synth. And it was really interesting because they're talking about the DX7. Because this was sold at the exact same price as a DX7, which was $1,995 in 1984. That's what a Yamaha DX7, the first mass market digital synth, went for. FM synthesizer, frequency modulation synthesizer, famous, probably the most famous synth of the 80s. And they sold more of them than God. And the Polaris was designed to compete against that, so it was released for the same price. To put that in perspective, if you adjust for inflation, this synth release price was $5,700 in 2022 dollars. Oh, this is interesting. So that we've already stumbled upon one of the features that makes this synth massively powerful is its capacity to layer. So we have this cool sound up top, but then we have this nice bass sound. You can hear that this G is the crossover note, so. So it was really awesome. Kitties and Titties, that's all a man. ever needed. Yes, and this is analog. Anyways, back to that piece of paper. It actually marketed this synth as a hybrid synthesizer because although in 2022 we all love analog synths, in 1984 analog synths were out. Moog was about to go under. ARP had already gone under, which is why Fender actually sold this synth, made this synth and sold it. Yes, much more valuable than a DX7. And that's funny, Brando. And so what they marketed it as is actually a hybrid synth because they were trying to appeal to people who wanted digital stuff. So what makes this hybrid? Well, technically, if you use the modern usage of the phrase hybrid, nothing. This is an analog synth. It is very analog. It is an all analog signal path, which would be true of the Moog 1 and the Oberheim OBX8. Those are probably the two most coveted synths on the planet right now. Those would be all analog, but with digital envelopes and LFOs. So that's what's going on here, is that same type of architecture. So the oscillators are CEM 3374s, and the filter is a CEM 3372 from Curtis. Now that might sound like super annoyingly geeky, but what's cool about that is this is a voltage controlled oscillator synth. So it's not DCOs like a Juno 106. It's actually the exact same oscillators and filter that is in the Oberheim Matrix 12. Now over there, I have a Matrix 6, which you can get for relatively reasonable prices. But the Oberheim Matrix 12 is the craziest synth Oberheim ever made. And Oberheim, of course, went out of business too in 85, I want to say. And could be wrong about that. But the Matrix 12, I checked to see, it is the cheapest one for sale right now is $20,000. So the fact that you can get that oscillator filter combo in a synth that goes for $3,000-ish nowadays is actually pretty incredible. Let's go ahead and keep moving on here and see what we've got. So you can see that comparing this with all of the other analog synths that I have in this room, the vintage analogs, this thing is crazy. And of course, those of you who have been watching SCUM Night know this is the coveted space where I used to keep my Korg Prologue, which I think is one of the greatest modern synths you can have your hands on. And it's actually incredible how similar these two synths are in the sense that they're both voltage-controlled oscillator synths with analog filters, but with digital control, as well as being bitimbral. So the Prologue is like an inherently bitimbral thing, as is this synthesizer. Let's see. I just want to make sure my chat was still catching up here. Yes, that is the alien. That's Karen. That's what the chat named her. Rip to the Prologue. It's gone to a really great person out in Iowa, I believe. So I'm really excited about that. And as much as I love the Prologue, and it was great to even feature it here tonight from the Killing Horizon show, it's really just a privilege to be able to have one of these. Even if you want to buy a Chroma Polaris, you might not be able to get one. They're very rare. And to have one in this great condition is incredible. You can see a little bit of scuffing here. Otherwise, it's pretty much good to go, which is so cool. So you can hear that one of the things that's so great about it being bitimbral means they can have two separate sounds at once, like the Jupiter 6. So in modern parlance, this is an all analog synth. But back then they were trying to sell it as a digital hybrid because they said the digital envelopes allowed you to make more percussive sounds. I don't know. You guys tell me if you think that's the case. Absolutely, Jackie. So you can hear that ring modulator is giving it this digital, almost sci-fi sort of sound that was not possible on most of the other synthesizers in the room at the time, which is what I really wanted. Hey, Sonny, welcome to the stream. What I really wanted out of an analog that I didn't have. But it's still capable of those beautiful... can get you those warm analog tones. But of course, like Zach Marr from Alamo Music said, it does have a sort of a coldness to it. And by the way, so does the ARP Odyssey that I had here. The Odyssey really does sound like this, even though I'm sure the actual components are different. But there's this sort of, it was described on, I think VintageSynth.com as being tinny and fat, which is an interesting way to describe like the clarity, but it also still has the analog warmth. Let's keep moving here. 133 patches. I'm going to turn up the synth a little bit. Let's get this a little louder. I think that's a little bit better. Some of the patches are really loud. Very, very velocity sensitive as well. Wow, see, that's loud. You'll notice it's polyphonic LFO. Sorry, not polyphonic, monophonic. Easy tritones. If you wanted to know what a ring modulator can sound like, very clangorous, very metallic, and that's what made the ARP Odyssey famous, is these sorts of sounds could cut through a heavy rock mix. Horror movie soundtrack shit. Could really create some beautiful sounds with this, actually. It does have an FM synthesis sound, and it's very similar to FM, so quick little... I'm sure everybody here knows the difference, but there's FM and then there's AM synthesis. FM synthesis is where you take a... the easiest way to say it would be a low oscillator, an LFO, and apply it to the pitch of the oscillator. So I should be able to do that pretty quickly, right? If I, let's see here, what do I need to do that? Vibrato, I don't know. vibrato. It's here somewhere. The point would be is that you would modulate the pitch of the oscillator to create those FM tones. The DX7 used only sine waves. Amplitude modulation, aka yo, Sonny Falcone, thank you for subscribing to the channel, brother. Is affecting the actual amplitude, the volume of the patch. Oh, yeah. You can hear the fifth is in here. It's sort of like reggae vibes, something like that. Wow, sorry. Robert, welcome to the stream. I prefer the sound of the Polaris over the Jupiter 6. Yes, so they both have that cold filter thing. And beyond that, they were designed to compete with each other. In fact, the little manual I was telling you about that I read today mentions the Jupiter 6 as being the competition. This had much more programmability and a lot of advantages over the Jupiter 6. But the Jupiter 6, of course, those are very expensive synthesizers nowadays. No MIDI, a bunch of different things. Or no, they did have MIDI. I think that was actually Dave Smith demoed MIDI connecting a Prophet 600 to a Jupiter 6, something like that. So you can get these incredibly squelchy sounds. When I hear this sound, I'm like, I can't believe this is vintage. That is such a cyberpunk sound. It really does sound huge. It's an incredible thing. Well, this is a very beautiful little pulse wave thing. And you can hear how snappy those envelopes are. That wasn't possible with analog envelopes. Sounds just massive and incredible. And you can hear how distorted that ring modulation sound is. You can really hear that famous ring modulated sound here. Really cool. Totally different sounds than you would get from a conventional synthesizer. Yo, Anonymous with the $6 cents. Thank you for doing this every week. It's been great. Is the comment, Anonymous. Thank you so much for your incredible donation. You are an amazing person out there. Thank you for everybody who's donated the stream. You guys are ridiculously generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There is a lot locked in this synth, and it occurred to me as I was setting up this stream, I was like, holy shit, we're going to be talking about SCUM Night for at least an hour. We're really not going to be able to give this synth what it deserves in terms of actually checking it out and experiencing it. But if nothing else, you guys can hear it and, begin to see what it is that I love about this synth. And experience this. So once again, thank you guys so much for making SCUM Night what it is. Whoa. Really aggressive brass type sound. Yes, it's a very rare synth. There's not a whole lot of reviews on this one. We're going deep into some sci-fi stuff. Here's some of this beautiful synthesis that is totally not that I'm aware of, Vulture Mom. It must have been so cool, especially in '84, if you were a fan of ARP. To get that ARP Odyssey type sound with a polyphonic synth. Good old noise. Wow. We got like a violin sound. Really, it's just incredible. The violin cello combo on that for an analog synth is very good. Rockets deep. Disaster piece. Yeah, it's all over the place. Jay, how's it going? It's been so long. How are you doing? We miss you. How have you been? Really interesting sound designy type stuff. Oh yes, disco toms. The toms no one asked for. Too funny. beautiful. I think these patches are somewhat organized by, I do not know the difference between violins and fiddles, Vulture Bomb. The text bracket. So I think we're in the strings category now. Oh my god, I love this patch. It sounds particularly good with this delay I have on. Oh, this one's so good, this pizzicato sound. What is it? Something like that. Sorry for the terrible the terrible rendition of Insomnia there. One has strings, the other has strangs. That is amazing. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That is too funny. You can hear that the sound cuts, which is the cold thing. Ooh, there's some noise in there. Oh god, this is a beautiful sound. Very velocity sensitive, which is also something the Jupiter 6 is not. Sold for $1,000 more when it came out. The Jupiter 6, that is. You can really hear that. Yes, that's always what I'm looking for, Travis, is those patches that give you life, that give you like, oh, I want to start playing this type of thing. Here we go. We got a little Oberheimy thing here. Whoa, sorry about that wonky note. Bank D is definitely my favorite so far. I want to save that for some EDM stuff. Whoops, did I pass? Here's one we didn't. Little warbly type thing, little Legend of Zelda. That's annoying. Not annoying in a bad way, though, just like very grating. Really cool, you know, shows that the synth is capable of hard sync between the oscillators too, which gives that ripping sound. Just like on the Oberheim, the pitch and mod wheels are backwards compared to what we use nowadays. No worries, Jackie. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your generous donation. I love you so much. And I can't wait to see you soon, okay? A little bit of a, like, saxophone sound. Everything distorts with this synth too. In a good way. Ooh, we got some nice deep. I keep looking at the meter and make sure I'm not clipping, but that's just how the synth sounds. Really just crazy. I hear nothing. Do you guys hear that really faint LFO? I don't know what's supposed to be up there. And you can hear that those oscillators are drifting in and out of sync because they are true voltage-controlled oscillators. They're not digital-controlled oscillators, which would still be analog, but these are the truest analog oscillators you can get. I love these types of sounds, these like sine wavy type things. So good. That one's great. Nothingness, I love that so much. So many great ones I have to rush through. Somebody asked how to make bells with an analog tone, with an analog synth, and ring mod is the trick. Or cross mod, actually. I think it's cross mod on this. That was intense. Ooh, this is cool. Very strange combination of sounds, but they're both beautiful. hear that screaming bass down at the bottom. Got one key there that sticks a little bit. It really does sound great, Aquatic. No paperwork or manuals with it. I've been reading the manual in my spare time. Ah, another one that doesn't really have a lot going on up top. Or anywhere. There's not, it doesn't appear to be much on that patch. Alright, so this is really cool. I can't believe this is coming from a synthesizer without any sort of distortion. But there is a very fast pitch envelope like you would have on a drum, actually, like a TR-808 or something, that is causing that to sound like the pick of a guitar. Yo, Shay with the $4.20 donation. Thank you very much, Shay. I appreciate you. That is crazy. That is such a crazy electric guitar sound. Really cool. Organy type thing? Yes, I'm such a slut for strings. What was I learning the other day? Wow, that actually has that Oberheimy thing. That growl, that texture. Really, really cool. Yes. Yo, what's up, Gary Neff, motherfucker? That's what I'm talking about. All right, couple more sounds and we're gonna peace out for the night. Whoa. Strings are... Love these like little pulse plucky things. Really just huge. So, why don't we fucking call it there for a night? You guys have been incredible Oh my god, yes, the as-type sounds. The touch sensitivity is very, very touch sensitive, almost a little too much for my taste. I had to go through these patches and reduce it a bit, actually. Listen, guys, I really... Hey, Synthpunk! Oh, man. I just am signing off for the evening. It's been a wonderful blast with you guys. Thank you for showing up, my brother. Medical monitoring equipment 1, Groovy Streets of Rage. This was a lot of fun, guys. It was incredible to, yes, I'm going to definitely have to do another video, Anna. We barely scratched the surface. I think this is the type of synth where I could do a lot of cool sound design on my own with this. Maybe wipe one of the banks and start making stuff. The stroll down memory lane was everything. You guys are incredible, and it's been such a treasure, such a pleasure, I mean to say. You had a Polaris 39 years ago? Holy shit. Such a pleasure to get to know each and every one of you guys. It has been the greatest thing in my life. And I've been just so touched by all of your generosity and everybody showing up tonight. It's been great to say hi to a lot of people who I haven't said hi to in a bit. You guys are great. That's all I got to say, man. I don't fucking deserve you guys. You guys are the greatest friends a stupid little scum daddy could ever have. And I'll see you next week, okay? Thank you. Bye.